Welcome back, everyone, to episode 3 of the Mexico series. So, a quick recap. Let's take a look at our inflation. That's down to 4.66, where at the beginning of the series it was 5.4, and we're only in the third month, so it's plenty of time to get this down to where we want it to be. And I'm shooting for 2%, between 2 and 3%, and then we'll kind of slow things down a little bit with the interest rate and see how things pan out from there. And also, unemployment is starting to flatten out at around 7.6%. So, just to make sure things kind of stabilize a little bit, I'm going to fast forward by about 2 weeks. Okay, I almost forgot about the UN and the war with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to pick abstention. We don't want any parts of this at all. So it looks like, along with us, it's India and China that also choose abstention. Okay, that's fine.
One of my men succeeded in infiltrating Key Center. According to my calculations, the informational gain, in geopolitical terms, could be close to 2.73 on Sachs graphic. Our agent also allows us to anticipate and therefore counterattack their terrorist projects. You can decide to dismantle this organization, but the more an agent remains infiltrated, the more information can be obtained, and the more effective a future dismantling could be. Do you wish to carry out the dismantling attempt now?
Let's try it. And then still going to fast forward and see if that helps stabilize anything as far as the economy and unemployment. Okay, happiness declines.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, let's continue on with fast forwarding.
The bill has been voted on and the
Alright, so we had a few agents eliminated by the drug cartels. So that's not going to stop us. We're just going to hire more agents and going to try to put more police on the street as well. Alright, so let's see how everything is now. So, alright, so we have bronze protection for our cybersecurity. Alright, let's see what else we missed.
By outlawing physician-assisted suicide, you have defied the value of human life, which you claim to be defending, and you have condemned thousands of sick people to daily torture.
Alright, so let's take a look at growth. So that's starting to go up again. So again, unemployment started to go up. Correction, go down. So we're going to spend a little more money and help hire more seniors. And we're just going to do a cutback on unemployment checks. So let's go to Secret Service. Let's see. So let's try that. So 357 million to improve fighting terrorism and counterintelligence. So let's see how much it'll cost. Bump that up. So that'll be 680. We'll wait a while before we take care of that. Alright, so now let's go to police. That crime rate is unacceptable. So we're going to be a little more aggressive here. Put more police on the street. And then we're going to bump up. I'm going to bump up public safety. And increase local district police. So that should help bring unemployment down also. Because we're hiring 75,000 more police officers.
You know full well that in our services, the empathy curve usually stays close to zero. However, I have placed my agents under surveillance, and I can assure you that after what you've done for them, you're in the good books of 98.7% of the staff. I would still be careful, though, to ensure this emotional disruption doesn't get out of hand. In the field, an emotional agent is a dead agent.
Okay, encouraging unemployment reduction.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so let's go to media real quick. And we're going to allow freedom of expression. We'll let the citizens vote on that. Alright, and actually let's drop this down to Mexico. We'll invest that. So you always want to try to build up the capital or the state that the capital is in. And once we get this to 100%, then we'll start kind of branching out. Alright, immigration we're not worried about. Alright, so those prisons are almost finished being built. We're probably going to build more, especially with that crime spike going back up again. Okay, we're improving the internet.
Prospective analysis, coupled with the Brown model on group psychotectonics, has allowed us to identify a potential ally.
No, we're going to refuse. We're not getting involved in other countries' affairs at all. Okay, happiness increases.
Good morning! I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to submit to you this economic contract which, as you will see, is profitable for both our countries.
Okay, so they want us to purchase pork. Yeah, we're going to refuse.
I'd be happy to. Sure.
Alright, so we're almost into the next quarter. So, alright, our debt is going down. So with the new quarter, we're going to negotiate the interest rates again to try to reduce our debt even more. And let's go to service and let's see. So attraction parks. Let's do a price reduction. Let's do a reduction of about 10%. And let's go to airline tax. Alright, so that's about 20 million off that. So that should help boost purchasing power. And let's see, what else can we do? We're gonna do 1 star for road maintenance. Alright, so we have some oil wells being built, so that's going to be another 2 days before it's complete.
Our network has been partially disbanded. The agents were captured or killed during the operation. Based on the information we have, it is difficult to say what might have happened on the ground, but the theory of a leak would lead me to suspect a betrayal, to an extent that lies between 12.7 and 23.8.
Alright, so we have a traitor in the midst.
The kidnapping took place last night, and was carried out by an armed commando in the middle of the streets of the capital. The operation took place in a few seconds, and a terrorist organization claimed responsibility immediately. We are awaiting more information, but the claims seem likely to be true. Our men are on it.
Okay, so let's go back to Secret Service. Let's infiltrate the drug cartel. And alright, so we'll just wait for wait until we get to our objective and have more agents in the field, because currently we have 14,000 and we're calling for 18. Let's see. Alright, so let's go with military intelligence. Increase that.
Our fiscal performance in the last quarter is poor and shows a deficit, which has forced us to undertake an issuance of debt so that our national and international lenders can take it over.
Prospective analysis, coupled with the Brown model on group psychotectonics, has allowed us to identify a potential ally. In this case,
And we're going to refuse that. Alright, so we're in the new quarter. So let's set up some meetings to reduce the interest rate. Let's meet with Germany. India. Japan. Alright, who else? And the United Kingdom. We don't pay ransom, so alright, so after those meetings, hopefully some more inflation goes down. So speaking of that, let's check to see. Alright, it's starting to kind of level up a little more. So we're gonna bump that up by 1%.
The preparations are complete. The
We're still not negotiating with terrorist groups.
I'd be happy.
Alright.
Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us? Very well. We accept your offer.
Okay. Alright, so let's look at police. Alright, so crime is going back down again. But we still have a limited budget on what we can do. So let's do 2 stars for Vice Squad. And Drug Task Force. I'm gonna do 1 star for that.
I'd be happy to. Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
Alright, so...
Very well. We accept your offer.
Alright. And...
I'd be happy to. Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
Alright, so 14.28%. We're gonna try to reduce that to...
Very well. We accept your offer.
Alright, so hopefully that should put a nice dent. That should put a nice dent into our deficit. Alright, so our growth is up to 2.11%. Let's see. Inflation really isn't going anywhere right now. Alright, let's go to housing, and we're going to rehabilitate 5,000 homes.
I'd be happy. Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
Alright, 1135.
Very well.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is a very good figure. Our economy is dynamic.
Alright, the previous estimate of 6.3. Alright. Quarterly unemployment is 7%. So let's find out what the exact number is. Alright, 6.58%. So that's good. Alright, so inflation went back down to 4.19.
I'd be happy to. Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
Alright, so 9.27. See if we could get 855.
Very well. We accept your offer.
Alright, so that should be pretty good. Quarterly loan, 14 billion. We really don't want that at all. So let's see if we can forward by another week. See what happens there.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Your politics are on the right track. At last, the fatherland is ahead who tackles the problems head on. And this is good for the troops' morale. Launch the attack. Hold close your positions. The army is with you.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so let's look at inflation again. Our debt. So we got that down. Our deficit is down. Alright, so let's take a look at the military. Use a few more troops, so we're gonna increase to 60,000. And we're gonna increase our commandos to 1,000. so prison population. Alright, so our growth has gone up. Our budget deficit has gone down. So let's take a look at education. And we really need to step up on that. Alright, so agricultural. And that's 8 billion. So definitely not doing that. Alright, so we'll do 1 star.
Sharing this moment of intense spirituality with the faithful gives me great joy. On this holy day, I thank all of our communities across the country, both those in cities as well as those in small, remote villages, who are all coming together in prayer.
Okay, Portugal abandoned their space station. Alright, let's... Okay, fight against sexual violence. Well, go ahead and fight against that. And let's take a look at unemployment again. Alright, so it's dipping even more. Alright. So let's go back to education. Do some corresponding courses? No. Alright, no, we don't have the funds for that at all either. Alright, so let's go to... Let's go to oil. Actually, let's take a look at fuel. Alright. No, we're not doing that. Alright, so let's look to see where we are as far as oil production. Alright, so we're number 10.
Prospective analysis, coupled with the Brown model on group psychotectonics, has allowed us to identify a potential ally. In this case, a terrorist group that we have already approached. The use of this organization...
No, we're not doing that. Alright, so family. Let's take a look at this. Regulate contraception, no. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Alright. So let's take a look at crime. So we actually managed to hire 75,000 police officers. Let's make this 625. Let's make it an even 600. So we'll do that. Now let's go to justice. We're gonna build another 15 prisons. So that should help us with bringing down crime and actually getting these criminals off the street. Secret Service. Alright, so let's go and yeah, we'll hire more agents. And I think I'm going to end this episode. So you guys could tell me what you think. Feel free to make a comment. And I will see you soon.